Hello, Max here. Welcome to the channel from Movie Madness Entertainment. If you're looking for everything in entertainment, movies, video games, music, or anything else, collectibles, toys, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, notification bell for everything happening. This is my review off the couch. Initial reactions right off the couch. Well, I'm going to film my reviews just to let you know what my vibe is here. I'm the everyman. I'm the working man. I have no access, and I'm going to refuse access in the future. So no access and no hating on entertainment. I want everything to be good, even if I have some issues with the way these big movie universes are going. So I did not see Thunderbolts, mainly because my wife didn't want to see it. She's got superhero fatigue. I don't have superhero fatigue. I want to see all this stuff, but I have had issues with these projects. I just watched it with my wife because I've stopped asking. I just turned on Thunderbolts, and I think she liked it. But what I say is I loved Thunderbolts. I don't want to blow the lead here because I give a score out of 10. I'm going to tell you right away, 10 out of 10. This is a perfect movie for me. I love movies where they form a group or team. And I have to say, and this is spoilers, this review, because a lot of you have seen this by now or know that it's out or know the spoilers. Do you call them the Thunderbolts? Do you call them the New Avengers with a Z? What do you call them? B-Vengers? C-Vengers? I'll tell you what, they're my Avengers. I've related more to this group than ever. My wife's calling right now. I'm going to ignore her because I'm going to get this review done. So these are one-shot reviews. I'm no editing, free-flowing, whatever. Okay. So this movie has screwed up my whole ranking of MCU movies. I really don't know where to go. I'm thinking about the movies where they form a group like the first Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy, which is one of my top favorites because it's not just a solo movie. Right off the bat, this ranks higher than both Guardians of the Galaxy and the first Avengers for me. It consolidates a lot of loose end characters, and I don't like to call them loose end characters because I relate to them more, especially really, really deep stuff here dealing with mental health, friendship, life, goals, the misfits of the MCU, which I'm a misfit of YouTube, movie talk. I've never related more to Yelena. This is her strongest, Florence Pugh's strongest performance in the MCU by far for me. The Red Guardian, I love him. I'm sorry, I really love Captain America. I love Sam Fisher and Captain America 4, but Bucky and U.S. Agent, or the official Captain America for like 2 minutes, I love him too. There's Ghost, and then Bob. I love Bob. Is he necessarily a villain? As much as mental health as you could be your own villain if you let it take over, if you don't fight the void. The void will take over if you don't take care of yourself. And you know what? A little help from your friends goes a long way, and that's a great message. So I've also been very open with my mental health struggles. Please take care of yourselves. Don't let the void take over. Reach out for help if you can. And friendship really, really helps. And okay, with that out of the way, let's talk about the direction, cinematography, action, special effects, stories. This takes place right at the beginning. Valentina is a kind of like Waller type character, but for the MCU, where she uses special ops. She takes advantage of misfits and easily discards them, and that's where this starts. She decides she wants to discard her secret agents that she's promised the world and tries to pit them against each other. That's where this team's formed, and it's very intriguing, very exciting. They're sent to kill each other. And then Bob happens to be there. So I love that setup. Yeah. Valentina de la Fou or whatever, I forget her exact name. Also very strong character. I love the interactions. The interactions in the comedy is top notch. That's where I actually put it above Guardians. Very, very funny film with depth. It's not just funny without the emotional depth in the story. The story is cohesive. The action is all justified. It's not just, I know a lot of people have been saying there's not a lot of action in this movie. The action is grounded, great choreography, some of the best action since The Winter Soldier, because these are more grounded characters, except for Bob. So I love the action. I love when it's justified, and sometimes too much action actually takes away from the action because it just doesn't have any stakes. This has real high stakes. Really high stakes. What else about this movie? One of the best end credit sequences, my favorite end credit sequences. I really like where this ends up. There's two of them. One is a joke. One's a jokey joke one, which I still enjoyed, with Red Guardian trying to push Wheaties. Oh, sorry. This is spoilers. Push Wheaties boxes onto patrons of a grocery store. And then the other one is the new Avengers trying to deal with their place in the MCU compared to the old compared to the other Avengers, which we don't really have the full story on yet. And then they even tease the Fantastic Four. Great direction, great. I also like the stuff where the team is trying to help Bob fight off the Void, and he couldn't have done it alone. And inside his mind, and that really makes me think this is your new James Gunn for the MCU, but without being James Gunn, this director. I got to research this director. I got to go look at his back catalog. Very smart, and he's been rumored for the X-Men project, and I think he should get it. Easily in my top 10, above movies where groups forming even on the DC end. I like this better than the Suicide Squad, or Suicide Squad A or Suicide Squad and Gun Suicide Squad. And even though Sentry's not necessarily straight up villain, Valentina was. And I like where it ends too, where they kind of have to work together, and she takes advantage of every situation. And I like that Yelena says, "We own you now." And I wish that were true. I wish that were true, because never count out Valentina, or whatever, the Pew, or whatever her name is. Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Also a very strong character. And I cannot wait to see where this ends up in the MCU. And I can't wait to watch it again. So 10 out of 10. Perfect movie for me. There's not many perfect movies for me in the MCU or superhero movies. I didn't have any problems with the special effects. I love when I don't love when the Void takes over, but I like the way it was filmed and the intensity, and I really felt the stakes, which is also missing in a lot of the superhero projects. So let me know what you think of the Thunderbolts. Where does it rank in your MCU list? And just get your comments in and let me know how I did in my off-the-couch review with no access and no hate. And I'll see you in the next video.